Hello, Star Citizens. I'm Captain Zed with Zedexis Gaming, and welcome to the review of the Greycat PTV. I'm trying to review all of the vehicles in the game, and, well, this is a vehicle. So, before we start, these are my opinions. They are most likely different from your opinions, and that's a good thing. Also, I would say try to look and see, do I believe I'm biased when I do my vehicle reviews? And I don't think I have any bias either for or against this little guy. Pretty much it is what it is. So with that out of the way, let's get down to it. What is this thing? This is the cheapest vehicle, ground vehicle, ship, whatever you want to call it, in the game. Actually has quite a long history. This actually dates back to when there was not a persistent universe, when the only thing in the game was hangars, where you could pledge a ship and you could bring it out into your hangar and look at it, and that was it. There were no planets, nothing before. So before the universe existed, there was the buggy. It was sold. It wasn't even really sold much as I would call it a ground vehicle. It was like a flare item for you to be cool and drive around in your hangars with it. But it's stuck around. We still have it. As far as in the universe today, basically this little guy can be used for ground transportation, and pretty much what you're looking at is enemy bunkers. There also is a racetrack where you can go and race these things, or you can, if you got a hangar big enough, you can get like some boxes and actually build your own little racetrack in here. Bring in some friends and have some fun. But we're going to look at this vehicle as it exists basically for the purposes of ground transportation. Is this something you would consider? What does it do? So, vehicle tour. This is it. This is this ship. This thing doesn't have any components right now, so we'll probably need an update for those purposes. All you've got is a driver's seat and a passenger seat. You don't have any gun racks or any other kind of additions on. The only other thing you do have is some external storage. You have 390 micro SCU of storage, which is enough for an armor, an armor set, maybe a couple guns, some drinks, some other loot. So if you're looking at it from, an entry-level position, could you use this for doing bunkers? And yeah, you can. So as far as getting in the vehicle, you basically don't really have anything to, if you use your F and look around over here, you don't really have anything to click on other than starting up the engine.
Systems activating.
That's pretty much it.
Systems on.
And on your dashboard, you have a speedometer. You also do have lights, so you can drive this thing at night. And that's pretty much it. That's all there is to it.
Systems off.
Very simple little vehicle. So we are going to test the vehicle as if you were using this for enemy bunkers, and that's pretty much what we're gonna grade the vehicle on. So let's get to it. Welcome back to the bunker portion of the PTV review. So we are on Lyria, and we have a bounty in a bunker, and the bunker is not friendly to us, so they will have a very fun time blowing my ship out of the air if I get too close. So this is why you need a ground vehicle. So we're at night. just to make it that much more interesting. So let's get in and let's see how we do. All right. Let's get some lights going. One thing, this thing does have nice lights to it. Okay, so this is not a Cyclone or a tank or any other vehicle that is built to go off-roading. But as you can see, given enough flat ground, we can make our way with this golf cart, so to speak. Let's see, where's my target? Okay. It might be even on the other side of this mountain, in which case going up this mountain is probably not a brilliant idea. Whoops. Okay. So that didn't work. We are testing the limitations here. All right, let's make sure. Yep, we're back in one piece. This is, oh, I don't know if this is gonna work. Go, go, go. Oh, yep. Uh-oh. Houston? Houston, we have a problem. The automatic braking mechanism functioned. And we made it. Of course, we're not to our destination yet, but it probably would have helped had I not chosen a bunker in the middle of whatever mountainous hellscape this is. Let's see, where are we going? Okay, we're close. Oh, she was stuck there. Did I? And there, my friends, is your thumbnail. Oh, there we go. We're stuck. Come on. We can do this. We're not crashing yet. Now we're crashing. And we have arrived. Amazing. All right. We're gonna go park over by the side here. And we're gonna assault this base. And when we get done, we'll come back and load her up with at least a little bit of loot. Back in a sec. All right, we're back at the PTV bunker test. So we've cleared the bunker, and we brought out a body, pulled the armor off, and accessed the inventory here. And basically we got a full armor suit in, and that's 47%. So you could probably get, and this is a heavy, so you could get maybe 2 full armor suits in if one of them's, you know, a medium, a couple of guns and whatever else. So can you loot using the PTV? Sure. Are you going to get as much loot as you would if you're, you know, using, you know, other vehicles or vehicles, you know, especially vehicles that could carry a 1 SCU box or something like that? Well, you know, but then again, it's the most inexpensive ground vehicle in the game. It's the smallest wheeled ground vehicle in the game. So, you know, if you're starting out, if you don't have a very big ship, this gives you something you can use. All right. I will see everybody at the wrap-up. Welcome. I thought I'd throw in a little bit of a video of not being in the middle of the night, not being on a planet that is basically an entire mountain. And as you can see, on relatively flat terrain, this little buggy's not too bad. It actually does its job okay. It just falls apart when you try to do what I was trying to do with it before, which was go across terrain that it really couldn't handle. All right, I will see you at the final review. All right, the Greycat PTV, my final thoughts. So, as you've seen by our little testing running around some moons, can this vehicle be used as ground transportation for enemy bunkers? Yes, it can. Is it really good at that? I would have to say not really. But then again, I mean, this is just a small open air buggy, you know, with small wheels, but not a huge, you know, ton of power or speed. It's just, you know, handicapped by what it, you know, what it doesn't have in comparison to when you're looking at other ground vehicles like a, you know, a Cyclone, an STV, other things like that, or even right now comparing it to, you know, hover bikes. Once they made the change where the hover bikes don't, you know, can handle going into an enemy bunker without getting shot by the turrets, it really is outclassed. Now, it is the cheapest vehicle in the game. Current pledge price is $15, and it can be bought in-game for $28,350 at Area 18. So my advice with something like this is buy it in-game. 28,000 isn't even a mission these days. You know, you can go out. That's like half a mission. So, you know, go do a hauling contract or go do, you know, a bunker run or whatever, and then you can friendly bunker run. You can pick one of these things up if you want to. Overall, I give this a score of 2 out of 5. I think with a couple maybe little additions, you could make this into a little bit more of a capable vehicle, with the understanding that you know, it's not a rock crawler. You're never going to be, you know, cruising around, you know, super, you know, rocky planets or mountainous planets and have it be that capable. But over flat ground, it's relatively quick and it does its job, you know. So if you're in a pinch, and also, you know, this is the smallest wheeled vehicle right now in the game. So if you got something like an Avenger Titan, there really isn't anything else, you know, other than hover bikes that fit in an Avenger Titan. So you might be looking at this vehicle and saying, well, this is what I'm going to have to use. So when I say 2 out of 5, I'm not saying it's a bad vehicle. I'm saying there's a lot more that they could do with it. For instance, there's no paints in the game currently for this, which I think at one point in time there were, but currently there's no paints for it, which to me is just amazing because I mean, we all like, you know, decorating our little vehicles. But she still is relatively good for getting around in your hangar if you need something to do that. So, okay, I hope everybody enjoyed the review today. Please do all the things. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that fun stuff. If you have any comments or suggestions for something you would like to see me review in the future, please leave that below in the comments section. I will get to that as soon as possible. And otherwise, have a great day in the verse.